What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, and aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, man, we got to grow up emotionally. We got to grow up. You know, it's a crazy thing that so many of us, we're chasing money, we're chasing relationships, we're chasing education, we're chasing all these tangible things. Because some reason we've convinced ourselves that by getting this stuff, it'll give me the peace and joy that I'm looking for. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. We've convinced ourselves that, because you're single, man, if you could just find the man of your dreams, if you could just find the woman of your dreams, man, your life would change, you'd be happy, you'd be da-da-da-da-da. If you could just find the man and woman of your dreams, man, you'll be less stressed out and you could finally have the peace you're looking for. You finally have the partner you're looking for and you'll be able to accomplish all your dreams and da-da-da-da if you get the right partner. You know what I mean? If you get the right job, man, I'll be able to make the money I want. I'll be able to have the peace and, the joy that I'm looking for. I'll be able to take my vacations. I'll be able to pay rent and bills without, stress and that. And so we're looking for these tangible things that give us what they can't give us. Oh, we're going there today. It's going to get rough. So many of us, we look at education. Man, if I just get the education, man, it'll open up the doors for me. Now I can get the job that I need and da-da-da-da. I just need the education. I just need the training. And that'll give me all the things I want to do. That'll open up the doors for me and I'll be able to take care of my kids and my responsibilities and blah, blah, blah. I just need the training. I just need the school. I just need the certificate. I just need the diploma. Some of us have even convinced ourselves that, man, if I could just get into church, I get saved, I get sanctified, I'll get the Holy Ghost, I'll get God in my life, I'll have Jesus, and that'll open up all the doors. Man, that'll give me the peace of mind that I'm looking for. That'll give me the joy that I'm looking for. And man, my life will be so much better when I get God in my life. My life will be so much easier when I get Jesus in my life. It's crazy what we convince ourselves of. Because the truth be told, none of that stuff is going to give you peace. None of that stuff is going to give you joy. And I'm not knocking your religious beliefs, but your religious beliefs is not going to give you peace and joy. No. It's a whole lot of people in church that's frustrated as hell. It's a whole lot of people in church saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, water baptized, running for the Lord, and they're depressed as fuck. It's a whole lot of people in church saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, on fire for Jesus, and they're getting divorced. Whole lot of people in church saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, lonely as hell, frustrated as hell, miserable as hell. But they got Jesus, and they ain't got no joy. They got Jesus, but they ain't got no peace. They got Jesus. They ain't got no love. See, at some point, we've got to grow the fuck up and understand all these tangible things can't give you what you're looking for. They're a great distraction, but they can't fulfill your inner need. They can't give you the joy and the peace that you're looking for. All these things are just a carrot and the string in front of you, always right outside of your grasp. I just need more Jesus. I just need to pray more. I just need to fast more. I just need to speak in tongues longer and harder and cry out to God more for him to hear me. And that ain't gonna change a damn thing in your motherfucking life. I know we don't like talking about this. I know we get offended, when people talk about shit like this because it's too fucking real. Because the truth be told, the great majority of us are not emotionally or spiritually mature enough to handle these types of conversations, to handle the fact that we've been lying to ourselves, to handle the fact that we deceived ourselves, to handle the fact that we've been lying to ourselves. We convinced ourselves of some bullshit that ain't fucking true. And to acknowledge that is to acknowledge the fact that, damn, I've been wrong. I put all my hopes and dreams in chasing God and not changing my life, and it didn't change my life. I put all my hopes and dreams in changing my life and hooking up with God, and I still was suicidal. I put all my hopes and dreams in getting closer to Jesus, and I was still depressed. I was still psychotic. I was still frustrated and miserable and lonely and just angry and bitter and hateful and racist and all these other toxic things. Even though I had Jesus, even though I was crying and praying to God, and my heart hadn't changed, and I couldn't change my heart because I was expecting God to just change me. I was waiting for Jesus to change me, and nothing changed. We're going there today. We're going there. Because we have to grow up emotionally. We have to grow up spiritually. And we have to understand that having money does not give you peace of mind. Having money does not give you joy. It gives you options, but it does not give you joy. Having money doesn't give you peace. It's a whole lot of wealthy people with money galore, and they're miserable as fuck. There's a whole lot of wealthy people that are drug addicts. There's a whole lot of wealthy people that are alcoholics. There's a whole lot of wealthy people that have committed suicide because they were lonely and frustrated, because they were depressed and they couldn't find peace. With all the money at their disposal, they couldn't find peace. Think about that for a minute. You're worth millions upon millions, and nothing you do brings you any closer to peace. You can buy your own yacht, you can buy your own jet, travel the world, go anywhere you want to, sleep with the most gorgeous people in the world, and still not have peace. You can have all the women around you drop dead fucking gorgeous, doing whatever you want them to do, whenever you want them to do, and you still not have peace. You get all the education in the world. You got 15 doctorate degrees and all this other shit, and still not have peace. You can know the Bible from Genesis to Revelations, the largest church on the planet, and still not have peace. You can get up and fake the funk and preach prosperity and teach peace and joy and happiness and never experience peace and joy. See, because we've convinced people that, man, our peace, our joy is attached to the things we have. Our peace, our joy is attached to the queen by my side. Our peace, our joy is attached to the king by our side. Our peace, our joy is attached to our kids. Our peace, our joy is attached to my job and my title, my responsibilities. My peace, my joy is attached to all the certificates and degrees I have hanging up behind me. My peace, my joy is attached to my influence on the world, and none of that shit be fucking true. None of that's true. See, here's the truth. Peace and joy are invisible. You can't put your hands on them. You don't know what peace and joy looks like. Let me say that again. There's no way to physically touch peace and joy. There's no way to physically hold peace and joy. You can't even describe what peace and joy looks like. You can't. You can say peace and joy. I'm sitting in my house and I'm so full of peace and joy and have a smile and all this other stuff and be lonely as fuck and be miserable as fuck. Be lying your fucking ass off, but you can force a smile. You can be lying your ass off and be sitting there looking like you're all stoic and just at calm peace and just tranquil and all this other bullshit. Looking for a bottle, looking for some more dope to smoke or to snort or to shoot up or pills to pop. See, we're so convinced that to get peace and joy, we gotta grab something externally. I'm gonna grab a hold of God and I'm gonna hold on to God because that's my peace, that's my joy. I'm gonna hold on to Jesus, that's my peace, that's my joy. All my faith is in going to heaven, it's in the Bible and and all this other shit. That ain't gonna give you any peace or joy. As long as you're reaching externally for something to give you peace and joy, you'll never have peace and joy. I don't give a fuck what you grab hold of. You could grab hold of the baddest dude, the baddest woman, the best paying job, the greatest corporation, whatever it is that you grab hold of, is not going to give you any fucking peace or joy. Because peace and joy can't be found in external things. I know a whole lot of you gonna get on in your ignorance talking about, well, I could be in the lake and that gives me peace. I could be in nature and that gives me peace. I could be staring at the stars and that gives me peace. The stars can't give you peace. Nature doesn't give you peace. The lake, the sunset, the sunrise, a beautiful rainbow in the sky. None of that stuff gives you peace. Peace has to come from within. Joy has to come from within. If you don't have joy and peace within, I don't give a fuck how long you stand up under the stars. You're not going to have any fucking joy and peace. I don't give a damn how long you look at the rainbow. If you ain't got joy and peace within, you're not going to have it just standing up under the stars, standing up under the rainbow, standing out in the woods, standing by the water. That stuff don't give you peace and joy. You got to have peace and joy within you. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to understand that if I ain't got any joy and peace, I don't give a fuck what woman comes in my life. I still ain't going to have no fucking joy and peace. I don't give a fuck what dude come in your life. If you ain't got joy and peace before he get there, you ain't going to have joy and peace after he get there. If you ain't got joy and peace before you get some money, you're not going to have joy and peace after you get some money. We've got to grow the fuck up emotionally. We've got to grow the fuck up spiritually. You could walk in church and hear the greatest sermon, and he's the greatest orator walking the motherfucking planet. He's so smooth and debonair, so fucking charismatic. Man, he got all these thugs and everybody else emotional and crying, but they ain't changing shit. The tears are flowing and people are in regret and sadness and blah, 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 because he pulled at their emotional tug. He pulled at their hearts and all this other shit, but that don't give them any fucking peace. That don't give them any fucking joy. And as soon as they walk out of the church and 2 hours later, they're right back in their funky, stanky ass, negative, toxic ass attitude and emotional state. You go in church, great sermon, great word, great man of God, mighty woman of God. Man, she just pulled the junk right out of you, and then you walk out of church. After you've heard that powerful sermon, and that powerful sermon just means that it was really emotional. And you're still depressed. You're still frustrated. Because all that happened was that in that hour of you sitting there and you hearing that sermon, you were distracted from your emotional state and you shifted your focus from your issues to what this person was saying. And you got caught up in emotional energetic exchange. But your life hadn't changed. You just shifted your focus for a few minutes. It's like going to the movies. You sit there and you get caught up in this movie. And man, I was sitting there watching Dune 2 the other day. Great movie. I like that movie. And so I'm sitting there, you watching the movie, or whatever your movie is, you're sitting there watching the movie and you're caught up for that hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. You're just captivated by the art. You're captivated by the scenes. You're captivated by the dialogue. You're captivated by whatever's going on in the movie. And you're completely focused and locked in on this movie. You're not thinking about a damn thing else. You're not thinking about being lonely. You're not thinking about not having enough money. You're not thinking about being depressed. You're not thinking about being frustrated. You're not thinking about politics. You're not thinking about racism. You're not thinking about abortion. You're not thinking about any fucking thing other than this right here. And this movie has you caught up. This movie has you so focused, you forget everything else. You completely forget about the fact that you went to the movies all by your fucking self. You forget about the fact that, man, I ain't got no love in my life. Man, I'm lonely and I'm frustrated. You forget about everything because you're so fucking caught up in the movie. And then when you leave the movie, reality sets back in. And you see all the couples walking out, holding hands and laughing and talking and kissing. And the reality of, damn, I'm alone. Damn, how come I ain't got that? Damn, I want that. Damn, I want to experience that. Damn, what the fuck is wrong with me? How come I ain't got nobody in my life? And how come I'm so fucking lonely? I got a great job. I got my own place. I got money. But I ain't got nobody to spend my life with. Nobody to give my love to. Something's wrong. And we get caught up in our fucking emotions and our depression and self-hatred and all this other bullshit. As soon as the distraction is gone, we got to understand what the fuck is going on. We got to grow up. Man, hope and prayer says something to encourage you, to inspire you, or to even challenge your way of thinking. Your emotional growth and development is your responsibility. Peace.